Yo, what's going on, people? It's your boy Rabbit here, and I'm bringing you another commentary on the 1N Gaming channel. Shoutouts to Pat for putting me up on this stage. Shoutouts to 1N, make sure you go and subscribe to everybody, and definitely check out Ice Houses below because this gameplay is insane. He's got... Right, I need y'all to understand like the complexity of this and the fact that the enemy will know where he is at all times. He's got a nuclear whilst carrying the ball in Uplink, man. What is that? That's some crazy stuff right there, man. That is absolutely insane. So go check out Ice Houses, man. He's on fire. Say that every time, but no, for real, this is something else, man. I can't even get like a nuclear with regular guns, so never mind running around with a ball getting one, man. That deserves a subscription to Ice House. Go check him out. Let's get into the video. So, I was just in the car. I just had a conversation with a couple of people, and we was talking about like singers and stuff, and it was on about Adele. And if you don't know, Adele is a British female vocalist who is very successful. She's quite a big girl, and she's white. And the fact that, I've had to say that she's white probably hints at where this conversation is going. But, like, they were saying, oh, yeah, her voice is really, really good. It's really, really soulful. And then somebody went, yeah, it's really soulful, especially considering she's white. And, back on my mind, I was thinking, why is it in any way... Why does that take away from Adele as a singer? Like, me personally, I'm not a big fan of Adele's music. I'm not. I thoroughly dislike it. But she deserves all the credit that she gets in terms of how good of a singer she is and the soulfulness that she has in her voice and stuff. That's just Adele. That's just it's down to the singer. Do you understand what I mean? Like, for me personally, it's like, why should we have to stick in our lanes just because of a colour, scenario. I mean, for instance, I'm a big fan of Logic, but obviously Logic is, mixed race, but obviously he's just really, really pale. And, he's had, racist comments and stuff before, and, people are like, who's this white guy rapping and stuff. But I like the fact that, there's not that there's competition between the races, but like that people... I like the fact that like there's people that are starting to push the lanes a bit more. Like, people starting to switch lanes. Like, I'm a big fan of rappers like G-Eazy, Mac Miller. Hoodie Allen to an extent is technically a rapper. Do you know what I mean? I'm into people like that who I guess have switched the lanes. You know what I mean? Like, you look at G-Eazy, he basically looks like one of the T-Birds from Greece. Or like Elvis Presley models himself on that, and he is successful at what he does because he doesn't I don't know, I seem to get a different vibe from him, even though he might be rapping about the same stuff, going in the club, hanging out with girls at tables, drinking champagne or whatever. He might be rapping about the same stuff, but it's just a different. It just feels like a different way of like the information being presented to you. So I like people who have switched the lanes. Rappers like Travis Scott and Fetty Wap and stuff like that. People like that. They're not good rappers in my eyes because they have literally just stuck to the basic formula of modern day hip hop music. And for me, that doesn't float my boat. Do you know what I mean? There's some people that I've listened to for a while now, so I'm just a fan in general. People like Drake and just generic, your generic rappers. Drake. I like Tyler the Creator. He's a bit more original. There's people that are doing stuff a little bit differently and trying to just open your eyes or open a box a bit. I actually really like Kanye West. I find people were like, he's a crazy guy, he's a crackhead, he doesn't focus on his music or whatever. And to be honest with you, I just find the guy entertaining. Do you know what I mean? Like, am I supposed to really take everything dead seriously? So yeah, that's the first thing. I'm starting to enjoy watching people switch their lanes up and stuff, and not get big out of it, but bring their own perceptions onto stuff. Because people always go, oh no, it's not right, because, if you look at the history of, where urban music come from, and, the slavery, it goes back to when they were, singing whilst there was, picking cotton in the fields and stuff like that. But, that was a very long time ago. And there's nothing to say that, somebody can't take influences from that, even though they're not of the same colours, you know what I mean? Surely you would appreciate that more if, if I, for instance, was a fully black man, and, I saw somebody, who was white, who was, proper into rap, or, and they were good at it as well, and they weren't doing they were doing a good job at what they were doing, I would be quite proud of that. And, especially when these rappers talk about their influences as well, they talk about the same influences that, a lot of, black rappers would talk about, and I like it. It's nice. It's like we've adopted a universal bond, and surely, in the world, this is where we're trying to get to. This world peace, this harmony thing between all races and stuff. I'd like to say that I'm proud of people that switch the lanes, and if you're one of those people that do switch the lanes, stick at it. Because even though people don't bring it up when they're, in person sometimes. People bring it up over the internet and stuff like that. But, racial things are, they are big things to consider. Because, you'll notice as well, like, for instance, I mean, me personally, when you say basketball, I think Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, Michael Jordan, I think of black guys playing basketball. But, say, for instance, if it was a white guy that stepped in and he was like amazing at basketball and was on the same level and went down in history in the same way and stuff, I would like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't mind if there's just healthy competition coming from, various people. It's not, that's how life has to be. We need to have, racial harmony, or, just a little bit of competitiveness, but it shouldn't be between races. This is the point. It should just be about, people as individuals and how they progress and how well they do as an individual person, not as a person of colour or a white person. So I hope this conversation has made sense. I hope you guys have enjoyed it, and this has been your boy Rabbit. Check out everybody below. Shout out to Pat again. Peace out.